I'm Professor Stephen Hall from the Centre for English Language Studies at Sunway University, and it is my pleasure to congratulate you on completing the first semester of 2020 in the Intensive English Language Program. And it has been quite a semester. It has been an on semester in that we've been online. So I'm going to talk to you briefly, and apart from saying congratulations, you've gone through the journey and learned a lot, I would like to talk about how on the online is, and then a little bit about those favorite 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading and writing. In between, I'll be showing you a few slides, things that I hope will help you keep continuing to learn English language. It's all there online. And so we hope that you have enjoyed this journey and will continue it. And in this talk, I would like to share some ideas for continuing the journey with IEP and with English language learning. On. Well, when you're online, it really is something where you can't go off in your mind. So although we may be Zooming and we may be MS Teaming, we also have got some of the same things happening that would happen if you were in a classroom here at Sunway University. And one of the most important things, of course, is listening. Now, listening is not just about hearing or watching. Listening is about engaging as well. Listening in another language is one of the most difficult things to do, because often we think, my gosh, they speak so fast. And sometimes it's not that people are speaking fast. It's just that our brain doesn't know where to break up all these different sounds we hear. And when we're looking at just a face on the screen, it's also very challenging. So the other thing is to listen to ourselves, because inside here, that mind keeps telling us all kinds of other things, especially when you are looking at the lecturer and looking at your other students. And it's not about the listening like in the picture you saw of the penguin talking to everyone else, because we hope, and I'm sure you've found, that listening in IEP is also about listening and learning from other students. It's about listening and learning to other ways of speaking English, because there are many different varieties in English as well. Now let me turn to speaking, because speaking means we have to produce, we have to make sounds, we have to pronounce. And let me now talk a little bit about speaking. Well, speaking is very important, and people might say, well, it's really not important so much anymore because everything's online. But as we know, with more and more video calls and more things happening, speaking online is really, really important. So we do need to think about what we're doing when we are speaking. We do need to think about the stress on the words that are important. We do need to think about the rhythm of what is going on and how fast we're going, or how slowly we speak. So the rise and fall and the variety are very important with speaking. And just remember that as we speak, we hear ourselves, because we're also speaking through our own mouth, obviously, but we're listening through our head. So we don't always sound like we think we sound to ourselves. So speaking and listening are fun. There's always much more to learn. And I hope that some of the links you see in the slides here help you. Writing is not an easy skill, and it requires that we make lots of mistakes, write, rewrite, and learn again. I write a lot myself, and I never get it right the first time. It's all about trying and learning from mistakes. So mistakes are fine. So you keep writing in the break between this IEP and the next one. I know now it's not writing, it's typing. So here is going to come shortly some links to typing apps, and hopefully that helps you. Because as we type, we are also putting the words into our memory. So it's really important to go beyond just thinking I can Google everything and then cut and paste, because we do need to be able to share our own thoughts, and I hope you've been able to do that during this time in IEP. So I've talked about listening and speaking, and reading is the one I'm going to move on to now. Reading is on screen a lot now, and it's not going to go away. Everybody talks about the new normal, but we do need to go beyond WhatsApps and very, very short texts. When people are saying important things that involve big decisions, they do it in more than 2 sentences on WhatsApp and a little bit on Facebook and a quick tick-tock, 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 tick-tock action. Yeah, we need longer text, longer writing, and I know that during IEP, your lecturers have worked hard to show you the different kinds of writing that are needed, not just to prepare for study, but also for what you'll need in the workplace. So it's way beyond keeping everything short. Even a headline is difficult to write, very difficult to write. So you need to understand grammar and all of those kinds of things, of course, and you also need to look at word power. So I'm just going to say a few words about word power, vocabulary. First of all, you need to read a lot. So you will see in this presentation, I've given you a QR code. So QR code coming up, that gives you a whole lot of free extensive readers, different kinds of things. Not just news about the president of you-know-where, but all kinds of different reading. So it's reading and reading for fun. So I hope in between this IEP and the next that you do a lot of reading, and the QR code that's coming can help you find some free reading. It's online, but it's different kinds of texts. So there are many things that I hope you've learned in IEP that also you will continue to learn. Hearing is not listening. Speaking is important. Remember to record yourself. Sometimes I record myself and go, oh my gosh, I really sound like that? Because I am not hearing myself as others hear me. I hope you've also enjoyed the caring approach that I know my colleagues in the Center for English Language Studies IEP program have brought to all of this. So remember, there's a few hints in this little video too, so that you can enhance your word power and be an empowered English language learner, continuing all the good work you've done and all of your successes in the intensive English program. So if you're continuing with us, keep learning. If you're going somewhere else, also keep learning. As I learn a new language, I know I need new words. I need to listen to new things. I need to practice by speaking, and I need to read and write. And through all of these things, it helps me become enhanced in language learning. Thank you very much for listening. This is Prof. Stephen Hall, Center for English Language Studies, and the IEP program. All the best.